Hello. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are. So I'm going to talk to you today about Majid Al Futaymi's roadmap to net positive. But before, well, it seems I cannot change the slide. Let me see. Okay, so but before going to what we do as Majid Al Futtaim, I would like to take a step back and look at what is happening globally. All of us have seen an immense acceleration in global climate change movement, especially as we were getting closer to the COP26 last year. So we have seen 130 countries pledging to become net zero, and these countries are from anywhere in the world. A lot of it actually it was from regions, some from GCC countries such as Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Oman, etc. And these 130 countries, they cover 68% of the global economy. Looking at World Economic Forum annual risk report, what we can see is that for last 4 years, climate change and extreme weather have been every single year have been listed in the first quartile of global risk map. And societal and environmental risks have been actually there for last 5 to 6 years. And we all know that this represent major risk to businesses. So the only way that we can ensure we limit the risk is for businesses, for private sector to take a more strategic approach to sustainability and take part in reducing the environmental and social risk. Climate change is a potential risk to financial stability. I think we all agree with that, and that's why we can hear a lot about financial sustainable finance in recent years, and especially since last year. So what is sustainable finance? Is any kind of financial services accounting for environmental, social, and governance consideration when they are making any sort of investment decision, which in turn means that there is going to be more long-term and sustainable projects. And financial and sustainable finance has to be win-win for all parties. So the financial motive could be looking at the investor, looking at ESG related information or rating of the companies to make better and informed decision when it comes to their investment. And the sustainable motive can be to generate impact through sustainable investment, such as projects such as sustainable land use or reducing poverty or anything else. Something that just before moving to 7 trends, something that I was recently looking at and I found it very interesting was a study that was done by Refinitiv in 2019, and the research shows that they looked at their database, the companies that they are in their ESG database, and it shows 63% of the companies in their ESG database, they have some sort of commitment or policies to reduce their emission, but only 35% of the companies, they have actual targets to take action. And this shows that a lot of companies, they just set targets without any tangible action to take it forward, to make sure that it's achieved. So following the pandemic in 2020, Majid Al Futtaim partnered with Ministry of Economy in UAE and Abu Dhabi Global Market, and they did a research which shows the 7 trends in sustainable financing that will transform the future landscape of the ESG. Here you can see the 7 trends. I'm not going to go through this, but it's a very interesting research, and I would like to invite you to go to our website and have a look. And you're more than welcome to share your feedback. So now moving to what we do as Majid Al Futtaim, we launched our present strategy in 2019. We made sure that is aligned with international best practice, and we mapped it against UN SDGs. And initially we identified 10 of the SDGs that we are contributing to directly. And last year we did a remapping and we realized we are actually contributing to 14 of the SDGs directly. We have 21 material issues, and 11 of these material issues are actually sustainable business commitments for us. We have targets. We set target for them, a 4 years target, which actually 2022 is end of the strategy, and we are already working on our next strategy. We started last year, and later on this year we are going to launch it. So we have the associated KPIs with the strategy, and in addition, of course, we have our commitments as well, such as to be net positive by 2040 in carbon and water. And in line with our commitments and our sustainability strategy, we proactively try to take steps to make sure that we are moving in the right direction. In 2019, we launched our first green bond for $500 million, which was very successful. And following the very successful launch of the first green bond in October of the same year, we launched our second green bond for the same amount. And so what we are doing, we on annual basis, we report back to the investors. We get all of our data assured by the third-party auditors, and we follow AA1000 if anyone is interested. And so the last year in 2021, we launched our first sustainability linked loan as well. And we agreed with the investors on 3 KPIs. The first KPI being SBTI. So later on, I'm going to talk about it more in detail, but last year we started aligning ourselves with science-based targets. We started from our properties operating company, and so the first KPI is for properties to achieve their SBTI scope 1 and 2 for next 5 years. The second KPI is to make sure that all of our shopping malls that they were built pre-2014 and they are not green certified, they achieve LEED Gold as a minimum, or LEED Platinum, hopefully, in next 5 years. And the third KPI, which is a social KPI actually, is to increase number of women at senior management to board from 14% that was the case in summer of 2021 to 30%. And actually, I have to say we had a very good improvement on the numbers already. By end of 2021, we already had 18%, which in such short a span of time was a great achievement. And something else to add here is that we have to assure all the information, all the KPIs for SLL, for sustainability linked loan as well. And as part of the requirement for sustainability linked loan and green bond / green sukuk, we've been working with Sustainalytics very closely. Sustainalytics, for those of you who might not know, is one of the global rating providers, ESG rating providers, and we've been working with them since 2019. Every year we update, renew or update our rating, and we've been able to maintain our low risk rating since 2019. And what you can see here, they are our top material issues. These material issues might be different because it's mainly based on nature of your business, but based on what we do, these are our top material issues. TCFD, Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosure. So we planned for it well in advance. In 2019, we started looking at all our specifications, guidelines, all the documentations. We did a gap analysis. In 2020, we carried out modeling for absolutely every single asset that we have in across our operation, more than 400 assets. In 2021, we did a risk analysis for our business, and we responded to the disclosure for the first time, which was included in our sustainability report. And this year, what we did was prioritizing the gaps that they came out as a result of the analysis that we did last year. And we are working on closing the gaps right now. And at the same time, for the second consecutive year, we have responded to the disclosure, which is included in our latest sustainability report, which is actually going to be launched today, later on. So if you go to our website tomorrow morning, you will be able to access the newest report. Science-based targets. So as I mentioned, we made sure last year we started looking at aligning ourselves with science-based targets. First, we focused on our properties, and we submitted to SBTi for approval, I think a week before COP. But as many of you, I'm sure, know, SBTi was very busy, flooded by requests. So just last month, we received the approval, and now the properties targets are certified. And right now, what we are doing, we are finalizing the submissions to SBTi for rest of the operating companies, which is LEC, Leisure, Entertainment and Cinema, Lifestyle, and Retail, which is basically our Carrefour. And we are planning to make the submission by next week. Another thing that we are looking at very closely is nature-based solution, and we are looking at it to ensure that is actually part of our strategy that is going to be launched later on this year, and we are going to kick it off from 2023. We've been doing work here and there in different assets and across our operation, but what we want is something that is more strategic and more tangible. So some of the initiatives that we've been taking is, for example, we have placed beehives in our communities. We have urban farms in our communities. Carrefour partnered with an NGO, and last year they planted 9,000 mangrove across UAE. But of course, this is not enough, and this is something that it's very close to our heart as well as our business, and is going to contribute greatly to our net positive commitment. So you will hear from us in this front later on this year and following years a lot. Here you can see some of our updates. As I mentioned, one of my favorite ones is the fact that our science-based target for properties was certified. Something else that I'm very proud of is the fact that we reduced our consumption by 4% in 2021 across our operation for scope 1 and 2. Given our growth, I think it's a great achievement. If you go to our website, you can see number of publications and white papers that we have there. And actually last week, we launched our latest white paper, which is on nature-based solution. And you can see different initiatives that we've been taking in that front. Please feel free to drop me a line or just send an email to sustainability@maf.ae. We will get back to you. And this is a QR code to our last year report. Unfortunately, because exactly today, later on today, we are going to publish our latest sustainability report. We don't have a QR code yet, but if you go there tomorrow, I promise you, you can have a look. And again, please feel free to come back to me or to any of the colleagues or the sustainability email address and let us know your thoughts and if you have any comments or query. That was all from me. Thank you very much. And I don't know how to go out. Okay. If we have time, can I take questions? Okay, so please, if you have any questions, please let me know. I have another 15 minutes. I was quick. I'm afraid I don't have any corporate videos right now. I think you do it. Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much.